The State University of New York at Buffalo presents a UB Athletics production of Wrestling Bulls Update.
And welcome to this UB Bulls Wrestling Update. I am joined by wrestling head coach John Stutzman for the latest on his squad. And really, John, one of the latest storylines for your squad is the continued emergence of some of your younger wrestlers. And in your match against Columbia last week, we got to see a couple of more guys really start to shine, and primarily Colt Cotton. Tell us a little bit about one of the kids that used to wrestle for you in Pennsylvania that really had himself quite a nice performance here.
Well, Colt, he's a dynamic young man, great personality. I've known Colt since, a little kid, wrestling camps and clubs in Pennsylvania when I was at my past institution. But, he's been out 3 months with a major reconstruction knee surgery, and he comes back and fires the crowd up with a huge pin. And we're just happy that he's back on the mat and progressing. And we expect big things out of him here on out and into the next 3 years in his career.
And he wasn't the only freshman who had an outstanding performance against Columbia. Sean Peacock also winning by a major decision. Tell us about Sean.
Sean's he's been pretty good, pretty consistent all year. He's 15, 16 wins as a true freshman in the lineup and cutting some weight and things like that. And Sean's done an unbelievably great job. And I mean, that's the common theme this year. When you're wrestling 8, 9 freshmen at one time, these guys are learning by fire, and every day somebody's stepping up differently. Now it's just this time for these guys. As soon as they put it all together at one time, this squad's going to be dynamic.
You're wrestling 6 freshmen or redshirt freshmen, 8 underclassmen. When you see Sean and Colt do what they did in that Columbia, does that encourage you to feel like it's the right thing to get those guys out there?
It's definitely the right thing to get them out there. We've had some tough decisions to make this year, but we felt it's best for not only to get our freshmen in the mix, but just to kind of build that culture, that championship culture we talk about consistently. And when you're getting freshmen and getting young kids, baptism by fire, so to speak. Now they know what to expect. So, when we get into our off-season training and we get into next year, we're expecting these guys to understand the level and understand that what they need to do to win a national championship.
All right, well, they're going to get tested a little bit. You've got 2 road meets coming up this week, both of them conference opponents in Old Dominion, which is nationally ranked, and then Ohio. Break down this road trip for us.
It's going to be a great dual meets. I really firmly believe that we have an opportunity to compete at the highest level with both teams. Old Dominion, they come in with 4, 5, 6 ranked guys, and it's going to be those guys against our true freshmen. If we can sustain the road trip, the travel, wrestle with energy, do our weight right, then we're going to be in a mix to, I'm not going to say win, but we're going to compete at a super high level and give ourselves a chance to win. And then Ohio, that's a rival. We've been in the MAC with these guys for a number of years. Joel Greenlee does a great job down there, and once again, it's another trip that we believe that the matchups on paper look. We're not favored, but we're not wrestling on paper. We're going down there and we're going to strap it up and see what they got, and may the best team win.
All right, a couple of interesting matches coming up for your team. For the latest on the results from those, and as always, to keep up on the John Stutzman's wrestling team, make sure you check out ubbulls.com.